Hi, I'm Julia Attridge, and I'll be running for communications.
Hi, I'm Emmalee Petrick, and I'm running for communications.
I've been in all of the productions, including improv team, and I've devoted a lot of time to it, but that also gives me a lot of insight to some of the great things and some of the things that we might be able to fix next year.
Well, I have done my best to be part in a lot of the theater events, and I've tried to bring other people to the theater and helped others to come to theater society initiations, and I've just enjoyed getting to be part of all the shows.
So for contributions to the society this year, I've just tried to be as nice as people were to me when I came into the society, like trying to talk to new people and make sure that they know that they're welcome, because like I know that it's hard to be in a new place. And so when I first came, Marlena talked to me and like introduced me to everybody, and that's the only reason why I ever stayed in theater, because someone was nice to me when I came. So I just try to be a friend to everybody because everybody needs somebody, and so it's nice to have inner family in a family.
I've been devoting 20 hours on average each week to the theater department, and I'm willing to just contribute whatever needs to get done to make it successful.
I'm willing to give this my all because theater is like my life. Theater's like what I do, and so I'm willing to do whatever it takes to help this theater department.
I've spent the last 3 years in the society, and I'm willing to spend a lot more. I'm willing to work really hard because it's something that I love, and when you love something, you put a lot more effort into it than you would something that you don't. So
Being an officer means like a responsibility to also continue the tradition of great theater, but bring in the new excitement and talent in the oncoming and current freshman and sophomore classes. It just make a good environment for theater.
Being an officer means a lot to me. This is something I've wanted for years now, even before I was a freshman. I've always seen all the officers and just been like, wow, I want to be one of those.
being an officer means representing something like amazing and being able to like help something and help something grow that you love. So like being able to like be those people who have like made this place better and like nicer and like safer and made this place a family environment. I think that's what it means to be an officer, to like make sure that the family's okay.
My favorite part of Cottonwood Theatre Society is that a bunch of teenagers can do stuff that impresses like adults and professionals. And just being an officer would be like continuing that tradition.
I think my favorite part of the society is the family environment and the way, even if you just met the people a week before, the way they just kind of take you in, and it's kind of like a second home. You know, it's a place where you can go and just feel loved and feel welcomed, and it's a really, really good environment to be in.
My favorite part of Cottonwood Theatre Society is like the parties and stuff, and like always getting together, and then like the cute little notices about the parties, and like the cute little notices about like improv games and the shows, and like I love it in general. I think it's really cute.
I've been around the theater department enough to see all of the great things and become familiar with the bulletin boards and like how that works, and been able to come up with some new ideas, such as a bigger bulletin board that can have more than 2 sentences and maybe some flyers that people can get.
I feel like in my first year here, I've done a lot to contribute to Cottonwood Theatre Society. I've helped to put on productions, and I've helped to keep the positive environment in the department, and so yeah.
I've been here for 3 years. I know a lot of people. I don't know, my sister was here before, and so I heard a lot about the theater before I was even here, so I've gone to competition every year. I know all the officers. I've been friends with all the officers for the past 3 years, so.
I want to be communications because the theater society has gotten so big that communicating with each other is really important and also really hard because we have to get information from like Adam to the officers to like all of the people, whether they're in a class or not. And I'm really excited because I can do all this crap and talk to everyone.
Because I'm pretty good at social media. I know how to get my way around all the sites and how to spread the word, and I know lots of people throughout the school that I could get the word spread to, so I could get all the events of theater and I could get it around to the whole school so everyone knows about it.
Okay, we all know that I talk a lot, and so I already talk a lot, so why not talk more about things that I love and spread more word, like, about what's going on in the theater, because we put so much hard work into this. We deserve to be, like, people deserve to know about it, people deserve to see it, and we deserve to have people see it, so.
I'm actually thinking of proposing, like I said, a larger bulletin board that we can have not only like dates but also explanations and tips for like auditions, shows, and maybe things that are relevant to Theatre Society members but aren't directly related to Cottonwood Theatre, and just more information available and in a specific place rather than scattered.
I plan to have a happy face always and just involve everyone and make sure everyone is happy and involved, and I want to help to make it more organized and more well known, and I want people to know that they can be included even if they're not technically like a theater kid. Even if they want to initiate for Theatre Society, I want to make sure they know that they can and that we're not gonna block them off because they're not part of theater, because they're not in a theater class. And so I just want to help to make everyone feel included and feel welcome where they are.
I just plan to make sure that we're always a family, and there's not like one person on top of the other, and we don't have like a hierarchy of like people with more friends, that make sure like everyone is comfortable and everyone's always comfortable, and that there's no like struggle of defining that line of like who has more friends. So like everybody's just like, we're a family, as we like to say we are.
Well, I would be working closely with the Ames office and the Cottonwood office so that like not only shows would be announced but also auditions, and that shows would be pronounced correctly, such as Not Dog's Breath Divrix, or I don't know how they mispronounce things, but it'd be interesting to get things out correctly.
I will work out sites on all social media websites, and then I will talk to like counselors at Cottonwood, the one who owns the Twitter account, and I will make sure it gets posted on the Colt News and make more posters and just anything I can to spread the word about Cottonwood's theater.
To a lot of the other kids, because a lot of people like talk to a lot more Ames kids about it, talk to a lot more Cottonwood kids about it. Like, just make sure that like we're talking about it a lot and like letting people know what's going on, because people can't show up if they don't know what's happening. So just making sure that like everyone knows and like letting it be known and like squeezing it into conversations, just like maybe like doing more posters, like come to this like theater thing, like just making sure that like it's known, because if we want people to show and we want people to have fun, then we just have to make sure that everyone knows about it.